I'm Bronson, and I know you, and I'm talking to you. I know where you live, I know where you sleep, and I know every night when you go to bed, you think, how many boxes are out there? How many boxes of this stuff exists? Where do I put my money? I'm here to show you that I'm on a quest to find that answer so that you can sleep well at night and not have to worry. You're welcome. Okay, let's get into it. So, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I know what I want to do, and that is to find the exact print number of these boxes. So, let me go through what I found out so far. So, this on my screen is a Flesh and Blood Welcome to Rathe case. So, the SKU, the quantity, all this stuff doesn't matter. See that white label? No, nothing. Don't look at it. It's not good. So what I am more curious is about this little black number. It's like, hey, look, I'm here, but you don't look at me. Look over here. So this, I think, is the key to solving. So all these products are printed in Belgium, and I bet this is some sort of little number that says, hey, this is how many pallets worth we have. This is the box number on that pallet in this order. I'm guessing it's that. Don't hold me to that, but that's my theory. So let me kind of explain more. So there's this long ass number. This is what these things are on, pallets. So I'm guessing there's like pallet 1, pallet 2, pallet 3, pallet 4. There's all these pallets of this product waiting to be shipped out. And there, if you can back in to the pallet number, you can find out how many cases there are and how many boxes. So right up here. So let's say from a distributor that I've seen, right? Uh, I've seen pictures that I can't disclose, and it had 5 cases on the length. The width were 3 cases, and then they were 9 cases high. So that's a total of 135 cases or 540 booster boxes. Seems about right, or 540, 500, something like that. So if you can calculate the amount of pallets that were produced, then you can go into the number of boxes. Even better, you can figure out how many of each card actually exist. And that would be really cool. So if you found out how many cards actually exist, you could reasonably like figure out how much they would be worth on the open market. For example, if you had some Fandle's Tunic or whatever, I love that card. It's $200, $300. If you knew that there were 100,000 copies of that card in existence, you'd be like, oh, staying away. That is way overpriced. It's going to go down. There's not enough demand for that card because I mean you only need one equipment card. So that's what I'm kind of getting into, and especially with all of the booster boxes, the alpha little print seal alpha. You know, here pay like $300 more. That is really important because if you know that there is a super large amount of product out there, you're probably not going to invest. But if you know that, oh, let's say there's only 5 pallets of Welcome to Wrath ever made, that thing is worth investing in because there's barely any of it out there. So let's continue. On my quest to figuring this out, uh, I've identified this little black code on the box, on the case, and what I can tell you is that I have compiled a list. So the set symbol is here. So Welcome to Wrath, the Arcane one, and Crucible War, uh, Arcane Rising. So what's interesting that I've seen is that for Welcome to Wrath, they have a code that was also used with Crucible War, which is kind of interesting. But then Arcane Rising, they switched it up a little bit. They were being a little tricky. I don't know if this was because my theory, and maybe somebody who's or working at a what is it studio could tell me, was this another uh, distribution facility that created the cards and sent it to them, because they were all produced in Belgium. We know that. Was it a different facility, or maybe that facility just had a different way of tagging their inventory? Who knows? But it's different. My theory so far is, if you look at these first two, this 233 and this 238 are different. I think this could be the pallet number. I could be wrong. Or if it's not the pallet, then it's definitely like a shipping number. Like, uh, let's say there's a larger uh, yeah, thing of pallets. So it's like, you say, let's say 12 pallets is something called a glob, right? You know, this is glob 233, this is glob 238 of the pallets, because there are not too many of these uh, globs. I mean, it goes from 233 to 238 is kind of like the min max there. So just an offhand theory. These numbers in the back, though, definitely, definitely change up. So what you're seeing here is the lowest number is the 12719. The highest number right here is 84208, and 32 at the end. So is that like 800 or 84,208? Like that's the box number, or that's the case number? I don't know. So I'm on a quest. But yeah. And I think this is the point where I'm going to say, would you like to join my quest? And as Robert Stack, would you say, maybe you hold the key to solve a mystery? Unsolved mysteries. But okay, but I digress, and I'm going to say this information is important, and I feel like nobody has the balls or this. I don't know. Nobody cares about this now, but I feel like in 6 months to a year, people are gonna be like, "Why has nobody asked this? I just spent $1,500 on this thing of cardboard for a Welcome to Wrath alpha set, and I have no idea how many exist." And uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. So please help me. Uh, if you have a case of any of these sets, please look for that black ID and put it in the comments below. I'm going to be reading these comments. I'm going to update this spreadsheet, and hopefully I can do a follow-up video. I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully I get some good responses. I'll make a follow-up video. And hey, even better, if you work what is it, in the factory of Flesh and Blood, or the distributor, or anything else, hey, shoot me a message. Even post it in the below. But I feel like this is a really good thing for the public to have. I know it's kind of weird, but it will give a sense of stability, and the fact that there is this limited amount. This is a limited product. It has an ability to go up in price long term, because there are no products left. There may be like 500 boxes out of the initial, I don't know, 10,000 boxes ever made, versus 10,000 boxes ever made versus maybe a million boxes. If a million boxes were made, oh my gosh, there's so much cardboard out. You don't want to invest in that. Oh, one sec. Pause. Let me line this up. Create this very authentic thumbnail. Yeah, gotta be like, oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Thumbnail created. Back to the stuff. So please join me on my quest. Put stuff in the link. Put stuff in the comments below, and help me out so we can figure this out. And it's really cool. I don't know why people aren't thinking about this, but that's all I have for now. I'll make a follow-up video as information comes in. It's up to us. Later.